What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the video. This is how I'm tapering for my mock meet. Today is Monday and I'm planning to do my mock meet on Friday, so I've got a couple days to go. I'm gonna go over what I'm doing. It's called a taper for those that don't know. There's probably half of you probably know what a taper is and half of you might not know. Essentially what it is, it's gonna be a pretty basic breakdown of what it is because I don't know much about sports and nutrition science. But essentially what it boils down to is a taper is fairly significant reduction in volume following a peaking phase in a program. And to put it simply, a peaking phase is your hardest part of training. It's usually your most intense. The volume isn't necessarily the highest during peaking, but it's where you'll be lifting the heaviest amount of weight. And what a taper does is it just reduces fatigue on your body and on your nervous system because you're using your nervous system a lot to lift those heavy weights on those max loads, especially for squat and deadlift. You'll get more mentally tired. I don't know how to better explain it in like a scientific fashion, but the taper just helps to reduce all those aches, even like joint pain, just general fatigue. And it's usually not for a very long time. So for me, my tapering period is technically just 2 training days this week. So it would be today and tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday. I'm gonna go in today's squat, bench, and deadlift. You guys can see what that's all about. Intensity should stay like fairly similar. You don't really want to reduce intensity during a taper because that could lead to detraining, and that would just make your whole peaking phase kind of obsolete. Probably doesn't work exactly like how I just explained, but I think that's the general gist of it. Yeah, I'll be heading in today, tomorrow, taking Wednesday, Thursday off, and then Friday I should be essentially peaked for the meet. My fatigue levels should be the lowest they've been this whole program, and my performance should be the highest it's been as well. That's the basic rundown. Boys and girls, I got to the gym a while ago, warmed up. Took a little longer just because I like to make my taper a week where I focus on preventing injury. My shoulders, my right knee have been not feeling so great these past couple weeks, honestly. So I'm just taking my time. I actually started with safety bar squats, but I wasn't comfortable with how they felt on my knee. So I'm just going to do some normal barbell squats. I warmed up to some pretty heavy weight on the safety bar, but it just doesn't feel that great. I'm gonna go back to what works. I think I've got doubles of 370, fairly light, considering like how heavy I was going in the program, especially in the peaking phase. So we're gonna do those, then we got bench and deadlift, and that'll pretty much wrap up the session. I don't think I'm gonna do any accessories. I wanna keep fatigue as low as possible this week.
Feel my heart, it's beating. All my body's breathing, it's just you and me. Feel my heart, it's beating. All my body's breathing, it's just you. Deep in it, can't stop.
So just finished with the workout. I'm about to head home. It's gonna be a long drive, but this has probably been one of the most tiring workouts I've had in a long time. To squat, bench, and deadlift all in one day. And it's towards the end of the program, so last week was really hard, pretty intense. Yesterday I was just kind of dead all day, so I figured that would kind of translate to today, but I still had a decent workout. Weight was moving at decent speeds. My shoulders still feel like shit for bench, but hopefully that'll be sorted out by Friday. I wish I could put some more energy into the video, be more enthusiastic, but I'm really that tired. Squat moved pretty well. I've been trying to sink and go to depth a little more. I think the way I change how I squat by bracing and kind of squatting more into my heels, especially with the types of squat shoes I'm using, I have a tendency not to hit depth, although it feels like I break parallel. So today I was working a bit on depth. It's slightly lighter weight, just to hopefully ingrain that for Friday. Probably warm up the same way and then hit some heavy numbers at proper depth. Then deadlift was actually pretty good. I think I figured out what I've been doing wrong. So I took a look at the footage that I've had of me deadlifting over the past few months, and I especially paid attention to the clips where the movement looked the smoothest. And I think it's just that I've changed my deadlift way too much in too short of a time. And so the singles that I did, I think after the first one, I started deadlifting more like how I used to, and they felt way faster. So you would have seen, maybe I'll throw up a clip now. Is I'll kind of corkscrew myself into the bar, and my feet are pointed more forwards and they're a little closer to the center of the bar, and that just gives me a lot more power off the ground, and it actually feels like my arms and my hips are doing something to pull the bar off the floor, as opposed to what I've been doing recently. Again, hopefully that translates to Friday. You shouldn't be changing things last minute, especially after finishing a program. But this is the way I used to deadlift anyhow, and it felt way better. So we'll see where it goes. Guess I'll wrap up the video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, but stay tuned. Friday's the mock meet. I'll have the video done probably by Saturday or Sunday. It's gonna be the best video I've made so far. I'm really excited to edit it, and hopefully the meet itself goes pretty well. And I'm just gonna rest up and do my best, I guess. See you guys in the next one.